Hey, what's up? For all you tech wizards out there, I'm going to make a little bit more advanced video on the advanced script on Air. In my first video that I posted that helps you set up your account, it's called Air.ai Set Up Quickly and Start Making Calls Now. That one shows you how to set up your account quickly. It shows you the basic script and how it kind of walks you through, auto generates. You can kind of tweak it, but it is a basic script. You can't do any really logic trees. A logic tree would be like if they say this, then do this. You can't do anything super advanced. You can do basic logic trees if you get creative with the knowledge base, but you're pretty limited. So I'm going to do kind of a little bit of an in-depth video, but still keep it short, just touch on the basics on how to get started with the advanced script. I'm going to continue to make more videos on this also because Air.ai is continuing to improve their prompting, and things are going to change to how you say different things in the advanced script and how you prompt it to get it to do different things. So this is kind of a dynamic and ever-learning process here. So we're going to start out with, I'm just going to go into, well, we can just start from scratch. So you got a new agent, you want the sales agent, we'll do test advanced, create. I'm just going to do advanced, I'm just going to do create from scratch. And then it's going to come out, it gives you a pre-built template. So you kind of know, like this is really nice. You kind of already know what's built in on the back end. When you do the simple script, all of this stuff you see here is basically just hidden on the back end. So now you're able to tweak it. But that also means that you can really screw a lot of stuff up if you don't know what you're doing. So be careful with using this. I'm basically giving you fire to play with here, but the developers of Air, this was what they first came up with, is kind of their basic model and the advanced script to kind of get the AI to do what it wants. And again, like I said, they're changing, they're improving this. So this stuff is kind of dynamic. And as time goes on, things might change. So keep updated, keep watching my videos to know what the latest is. But basically the way the advanced script works is you have your objectives up here. This starts giving the AI some important tasks. Then we go into the policies, which go all the way down to basically where the script starts. When you see start script right here, that's when your script is actually starting. Okay, so policies have things. You'll see some wording in here, and as you look through it, you'll be like, why in the world do they say some of the things you're saying? You literally will talk to the AI in text form, basically like it's a baby. You want things to be super clear. You want it to be no questions. You need to really act like you're talking to a child that has no idea, and just need to be super clear. Putting things in uppercase does help give it importance. It does recognize that. And also, if you have something really important putting up here in the objectives or the top of the policies, the first things up on the list, it does take up more importance. I have played around with this. I've added things down here lower in the policies that I wanted it to do, and it didn't follow it very well. It missed it sometimes. So, and then I played around with it, put it up here in the policies, and it did it every single time. Example of that. In my real estate business, I send out postcards to people. Sometimes people say, hey, sometimes people are really mad and they cuss you out. So if they're mad, or if they just are like, hey, take me off the list, I absolutely do not want you to send me postcards or don't want you calling me. I put that up here right now. There's really nothing in here. This actually has very strong language to try to keep the sales process going, try to get them, right now, if somebody objects, I think, yeah, it's up to 4 times if they object. I lowered this to 2. I like to be a little nicer to people. If up to 4 times, they would basically say stuff like, yeah, I completely understand. I'm sorry I caught you at a bad time, but while I have you on the call, can I just ask you? And they would keep going into the script over and over and over again, and it was making people really mad sometimes. So you can play around with this right underneath policies right here. This is where I would put something really important or change this up if you don't like the way something's going. I added my own paragraph here. Basically like this, and I said something like, actually, this is what I added right here. If they tell you they are busy, not interested, or ask you to call them back later, you must, under all circumstances, oh wait, no, that's not what I added. Let's see. Oh, it's because we created a new one. Let me go back to one of my scripts here, and we'll do this. I think it's in this one. Let me look here. Here we go. If they tell you to take them off the list or stop sending them mail or postcards, then you may end the script. The proper way to end the script, and then I tell them how to end the script and tell them things to say. It took me a while to get this to actually work. So when you do want to do different like logic reasons, you can do it. You can do it like this, or this is kind of like at the beginning of the call. Let me actually go back, and I'm going to show you another advanced script I have. I think it's this one here. When I'm talking about logic trees, there's also another way to do it. I think it's this one. Yep, here we go. Okay, so here's a script I made for a business broker, and what I did was is we have wording in here that she says, you know, I think you clicked on one of our social media ads. Do you remember that? And then if they say yes, they right here it says if they say no, should be no. If they say no to the question above, reference a knowledge card. Now, you shouldn't always have to tell it to reference a knowledge card. It does that right here if it doesn't know something. But I was having a problem with this script where sometimes she wouldn't reference the knowledge card. So here's an example where I put in extra language to make her continue to remember, hey, like this is important. So then it goes on with the script when after it books the call, which I do very quickly in the beginning, but we still would like to qualify the prospect, but we wait till after we book the call because I want to make sure and get their information and get that booked because that's most important. And then we say here, could I go ahead and give you a quick high-level overview of the entire process we go through? That's a question. So then I have here's my logic tree. This one, in the advanced script, you have to have squiggly. It starts with squiggly, quotation mark, ends with quotation mark. This one does not have it. It is not going to read this sentence. It never does. So after she says that, it says it's telling the AI if the prospect answers no or not right now, then it's going to say this. If the prospect answers yes, then continue with the rest of the script. And the rest of the script is fairly long. It goes into tell them the entire process of what it's like to sell your business. And then we have end script, and then we have a few more details that gives the AI some direction. So when you create the advanced script, play with the wording that's already there. Add some of your own wording, like I've done. Yep, right here. And you got to test it a lot. You got to test it a lot. You got to have role play calls with it. The best strategy for testing your script is do it easy, go along with her, make sure she can do all the easy stuff. You don't want to jump straight into really pressure testing it. After you've tested it about 5 times with just different conversations that are easy, you're following the script, you do what she wants you to do or what the AI wants you to do to get through it. Just make sure it can get through the basic script easy. Then after that, pressure test it. Ask it some questions. Try to throw it off. Make sure it stays on script. Make sure you haven't put in directions here that contradict something else that really messes it up. A lot of times, talk to the script and say objections that your typical niche will have to see if it can answer the objection, reference the knowledge base, possibly go through your simple logic tree here and get back on track. So those are kind of the things you want to start with an advanced script to have success with it and to test it and to make sure that you can get through the script successfully. So I hope that helps you guys out.